My hair looks terrible.
Scotty! Just joking. We knew we were here the whole time. We tricked you. We made it look like we didn't know what was going on, but we
having
tricked
a laugh.
you.
We were having such a good laugh.
We got
Nick
ya.
Has got to mute his laptop. Otherwise,
Absolutely
they're going to
got
get
ya.
some sound issues on tonight's show.
Hey, welcome intern Nick. Let's bring him up. Good to have you with us, intern Nick. We might, yes,
There we
good
go.
job,
So
mate.
good.
Well
Do you
done.
remember there was a time?
Hang on, can I just stop for a minute? Nick, did you say there you go before you had a mic in your hand and your mic turned on?
It's my first show. I'm learning.
You're not. I'm just wanting to let you know, Nick, that we are super excited because you are running your first ever segment tonight.
Yeah.
And I've actually just confused it because I'm gonna give everyone a
No. This is background. I know what's happening here.
I'm going to give everyone a crash course on how the sound works. Basically, all our mics are plugged into one thing, which is plugged into our computer. But anytime I mute Nick because there's an echo coming through, Nick thinks it's muted his microphone.
So he
not
unmutes
his
himself.
Literally
computer.
on my screen, right in front of my face, is words that say your mic is muted.
But that's not the mic you're using. You're using
But
the
the
one
funny
in your
thing
hand.
is, the funny thing about this whole thing is, you know this every single week.
No.
And literally, as I walked past you, I pointed to your
Gosh.
screen and told you what to do.
You guys can be nasty. There's a reason I played in the front row. They said, pick a jersey you can count to.
This is the worst. This is like the one thing that makes
Yeah.
me feel okay about myself is Nick is, without question, the smartest person
Smart.
in my friendship group. And yet somehow just cannot get his head around this setup.
That's
what I
fair, though,
find?
because sometimes you can't have a pastor in your friendship group. They can be like a spiritual guide.
Right. So I'm not in his friendship group.
No,
is
you're in
what
his
we're
friendship
saying.
group. I think you're in his friendship group for sure. There's no doubt of that.
I feel like you're a jerk, Scott. So what you're saying is Nick is smarter than me.
Yeah.
Well,
Time will
Haley,
tell.
I'd appreciate your support, but there was none.
I'm just going to pull Simeon actually into the shot.
I was trying to do social distancing here,
Coming
and I'm
up-
also focusing on.
No, we're not in Victoria. We're all good. Can I have a coffee?
Coming up on tonight's show, Simeon is brewing coffee while we're live on air. We're pretty excited about that. Plus,
Good.
a little quiz, a little game that Simo's put together for my fiance Kim. It's involving a whole heap of people from across the church. I'm really excited about that. Plus, speaking of people from across the church, our first ever Battle of the Home Churches.
So good.
Woo! Applause. There's the applause button.
I was been pressed.
Yeah.
That's,
Very good.
That's so good because we can't.
There you
hear
can't
it.
hear. There's another little behind the scenes trip from the ScoMo show.
But I'm going to say it. Let's kick this off with something new that I really want to do. Because, look, like, let's be real. For, 8 weeks of the ScoMo show, we were stealing intellectual property from the TV
I don't know what you're talking about.
by doing iSurvivor.
That was our original idea. Where have you ever heard of a game called iSurvivor before?
Never.
And now...
Have you answer my question? Have you ever heard of it?
No, be honest,
original
Scott.
idea. I'm sick and tired of you suggesting that all of my original ideas and jingles have somehow been ripped off from somewhere else.
Simeon, you drew the logo even, didn't you?
I drew the logo.
That's right. Hardly
Hand drawn.
I would
With
love
crayon.
I would love
Yeah.
to see Simeon in copyright court. No, it's not McDonald's, it's McDonald's.
100%. There's a clear difference. There's an A.
Clear.
On
Clear.
brand new game for us, not stolen from any TV show.
No.
But we're calling it Have You Been Paying Attention?
I'm just passing my coffee
I've
cup.
always been paying attention.
Very original. Here's where we're getting texts.
Wow. It's not like a song requesting tonight, though, is it?
No, we're
No,
not.
it is.
We've been talking about Simo's messages that we get uploaded on social media.
Do you ever
every
actually watch
Friday.
them, by the way?
And that's the question that Simo asks everybody. But it got me a thinking. Is Simo ever watching the messages that he uploads?
Watching them, I'm speaking them.
Yeah, and
All right.
I'd hope you're getting something out of them. So what I did was I put together a couple of little videos from your messages.
Yeah, righto.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to play you part of the message, and then it's going to abruptly cut off, and you've got to tell me what comes next in the message.
I'll know because I'm deeply prophetic in all of those messages.
Okay, here we go. Message
And if you haven't seen Simo's messages, take out a notepad and pen, just jot down the couple
These
of
are
things
the
he
key-
says, and you can pretend.
These are the key moments.
All right, are you ready for number one? Message number one. What does Simo say next?
You know, as the pace of life begins to escalate again, my first question really in this is,
Your first question for everybody in this is...
Are we ready?
Okay, did he get it
Are we
right?
ready? Are we ready for the pace of life to increase?
All right,
Let's see
let's
the
find
answer.
out.
you know, as the pace of life begins to escalate again, my first question really in this is, are you ready? Like, it feels like all of a sudden we're beginning to go at that 100 miles an hour again. And the question is when you're coming out of this time of rest, or when we're coming out of this slower pace of life, is how to recover well.
Gosh.
Yes.
God, that's good. That is good
I
stuff.
actually thought I'd trick you up on that one because
There
it was
you go.
That
so
is
basic.
so good. That is actually
you're
such
good.
a great message.
And a
I'd
great
listen to
memory.
that.
And a
I
great
would
memory.
listen to that.
What a
You know
great
what?
memory.
If listening to that, something in you said, I need to hear more of that, go back to the 19th of June.
Why did you have to look?
on our Facebook
Why did you have
page.
to look? Surely you'd
Number
know.
2,
You would have memorized
Simo.
them.
I mean, to everyone watching, the bigger miracle was him getting up and walking, because their eyes could see a transformation. But for the man who got up and walked, the most profound miracle.
Just quietly, have I put on about 10 kilos since that video?
No, you
That
were-
video must have been early on, because my face looks a whole lot rounder now than what it did in that video.
Now, you're wearing a big jacket tonight.
Yeah, so I think that's what it is. What I said next in that one was the bigger miracle was the forgiveness of his sins.
Well, I think Haley agrees.
Yeah, that was a great message. So
All right, let's
timely.
find out.
I mean, to everyone watching, the bigger miracle was him getting up and walking, because their eyes could see a transformation. But for the man who got up and walked, the most profound miracle was that he was walking with his sins forgiven.
Baby, I got this. Why do you even try and challenge me like I
12th of
don't
June.
actually
12th of
know?
June.
You don't think
If
I
you wanna go
know
back
what
and
I've
listen to
said every single time?
A younger and skinnier Simeon, 12th of June. This final one, I've flipped
That was
it
a month
around.
ago. How have I put on 10 kilos in a month?
I've flipped it around for this final one.
Okay.
This final one
Is the answer?
It like comes in after you've said something.
Also, it's what did I say before this?
What did you say? What are you talking about?
Yeah,
here?
right.
What are you
Yeah,
describing
right.
here?
Okay.
All right, you ready? Number 3, last one. Go for the perfect record.
And Jesus just says, don't give in to them. And while it's easy to read that and go, yes, I definitely won't, I think that so often when we go into those situations,
Coffee from?
What was Jesus telling us
What was
not
Jesus-
to give in to?
Temptation.
Who is them?
Temptation. It's
Well,
gotta
don't give
be.
in to them though. Who is them?
Them, the people who tempt you. I've got no idea what I was saying in that one.
Got him.
Okay, here we go. Here's what you
you
can.
start out with these good intentions, but it's just so easy to have them all slip away. And Jesus just says, don't give in to them. And while it's easy to read that and go, yes, I definitely won't, I think that so often when we go into those situations,
There you go. You were saying don't give in to losing your good intentions, your good plans, your good ideas.
I feel like I still got a B+. Was that
No.
it? 3?
Yeah,
so two,
yeah.
2 from 3.
The pass mark was
3 out of
80%.
3, yeah.
Oh, how could I get 80% on 3 questions?
I don't know.
That was 29th of May if you want to go and back watch that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
what
it's
we've
a little
learned
while
is
ago.
after about a month, Simo starts to forget
What
the
I've said,
messages that he's
which is
spoken.
more than what most people have, because I would suggest that after about a week or after even sometimes 2 days, people forget the messages that I'll say. So my suggestion is that we continue on them for a little bit longer. Don't you reckon? At least now with them being online,
Yeah.
people can watch them over and over again until they actually get it.
I mean, the,
Hey, what's been your favourite message that I've spoken so far?
probably the one you spoke at Creative last night. I think that was
Oh, so the most recent one.
just really inspiring. It was weird seeing you speak in person again, that's for sure.
Yeah.
We were lucky to have you come to our home church a few weeks ago, and you spoke on being faith fit, and that was
Oh,
really good.
yeah,
And I know that everyone
yeah.
came
That's a
really
good
got a
one.
lot out of that. So that look
That
out
was-
for Pastor Simeon at a church near you.
Speaking of home church, we are doing Battle of the Home Churches really soon. From what I understand, we actually only have one home church
Ready to
presently-
Yeah,
go.
where is our other home
presently
church?
here, but that's okay because we
I'm messaging them now.
Okay.
It's,
We have plenty more coming up on tonight's show as well, including our very exciting new game, which is called.
Should we do it now? Should we
you
go
wanna
to
do
the?
it?
Should we flip it around a little bit?
Yeah.
I mean, we are professionals and we can do
Oh,
that.
can I say what it's called? Can I say what the name of the game is
Yeah.
according to our run sheet?
Yeah, you can exactly. And let's bring on our person who needs to be a part of this as you tell everyone what it is actually called.
It is called Raising Pets or Being Married to Scott.
All right.
good.
Kim, you are going to join us now. Welcome, Kim.
You're on, Kim. Welcome.
Hello, how are you?
So good to have you here again, Kim. Hey, so Kim, we've come up with this idea by accident. It's
Yeah.
a little
Spent a bit of time
genius.
thinking of it.
It's a little genius idea that we realized that we don't know that if we could tell the difference between raising pets or being married to Scott.
Yeah.
And so I wondered whether you would be able to tell the difference. So it's a really simple game that, of course, because we've come up with this idea, I wrote a jingle for
Oh my God.
that goes a little something like this.
Scott and Pets, they are the same. Don't you know that raising them is pure madness, but also gladness? Don't you know that Scott won't be trained in a day? Hey, hey, hey.
I don't understand why all of your jingles are from such a specific time in music history. It's like you got a So Fresh album in 2002, and that's what you've based all your
By
jingles
the way,
on.
somebody actually said to me that I need to do an album of the jingles. Maybe we could
yes.
do an end of the year Christmas album of all of the jingles.
Do you know what the benefit of that is?
You'll be able to put it on a cassette tape, like where you got all the songs from.
The benefit is the songs that you've chosen for the jingles will be out of their 54-year copyright hold because they're so old.
But that song is timeless. How good was it? Did you like that?
Was that
liked it.
Morticia's Rome wasn't built in a day?
Tell me
Such a good
Tell
song.
me that was like not going to get stuck in your head. Every time you hear Rome wasn't built in a day now, you are going to have that song stuck in you.
Elsie,
Scott
before
and
we
Pets,
get into this,
they are the same.
Elsie has said, Kim, I think you're officially the fourth member of ScoMo. Actually, the fourth member of the ScoMo show is Anaya. The fifth member is
How dare you.
Lisa.
How
the
dare you.
sixth member is
Charlie.
Charlie, Nick's dog.
Aw.
And Kim would therefore be the seventh member.
Wow. How
of
do
the
you
show.
feel about being under Charlie? As
Yeah,
far as
that's
Scott's
so
opinion of you is
rude.
concerned, right?
Apparently.
Which is
Oh my
which is
goodness,
why
that's
You
exactly
literally
what
just
I
did a
Which
top
is why-
7 list and put your future wife at the
Okay,
bottom.
so here's this game. Here's how it works.
Wow.
So what we've done, I've asked some people some marriage advice or some advice on raising pets, and you have to
Okay.
tell us based on the answers that they've given whether you
Yeah.
think this advice is for raising pets or being married to Scott. Without further ado, let's get to our first video.
This is trial one, though, right?
This one's a nice easy one to
Easy
get you
one.
going. Here we go.
Who are these people?
Video number 1.
When they poo, make sure you flick it over the fence, just so it doesn't get everywhere. If they pee, just spray some vinegar on it to get rid of the smell so they don't go in the same spot again.
Pretty simple one to get us going.
Alicia
Was that advice for being married or married to Scott, or do you think that's advice for raising pets?
I certainly hope it's pets, not Scott.
You are correct. Round of applause. Well done. You got the first one right. Okay, let's move on really quickly. Here is video number 2. Is this
Number
advice
2.
for being married to Scott or raising pets? Here we go.
If they come into the bedroom, they'll try and find like a pair of socks to steal from you. So just make sure you put everything away, like your clothes away. Otherwise, you'll find that they'll start stealing your clothes and stuff. They're pretty smart. So positive reinforcement is great. However, if they don't do that, a little tap on the nose will always help that bad behaviour.
All right.
Everyone stop. If that is marriage advice and Alicia has just outed Luke for wearing her clothes,
Okay, what do you think? Be honest. What do you think? Come on, Kim.
It sounds like pet advice.
No, that was marriage advice. Right there is what that was. That was marriage
Some
advice.
good tips there for
Yeah.
you, Kim. I really thought the tap on the nose and positive
Yeah.
reinforcement will go a long way.
Amazing.
Oh,
All right,
So many
video.
questions.
Next one.
Great.
Next one. Here we go.
Number 3.
But I think one of the best ideas, hugs. Always. Big hugs, lots of hugs. But show them who's boss. That's important. Otherwise, they'll just run riot. And hey, then you've lost it.
Okay.
All right.
That was interesting.
Oh, wow.
Marriage advice?
That was
or-
hard.
Yeah.
No, that seems like pets.
You're right. It was pets.
Yes.
Congratulations.
It's
All
very
right,
good.
here we go. And our final one is this advice for being married to Scott or raising pets?
I'm always right. No. Go on dates. Have dates even after you're married. If they have an accident, rub their nose in it.
What was that advice for being
That's-
married to Scott or pets?
Being married to Scott.
So you think you should rub Scott's nose in it? Is that what you're
There
saying?
are a lot.
Oh my gosh! There is
Wow.
actually something wrong with it. We
Who's
all
your
make
marriage
mistakes.
counsellor? Who's
We
your
all
marriage
make mistakes,
counsellor?
and you're going to rub his nose in it every time he makes a mistake. Shame
And
on
also
you.
go on
Shame,
dates.
shame.
I don't
Was
even
that
mean
pet
that.
advice?
No, that was actually a combination of both, but I can't believe you thought. I can't believe you thought it was consistent.
All right, Kim, thank you.
Yeah, don't go
Thank
too
you.
far,
Well done.
Kim. We are going to do some
Oh.
marriage advice with you later, but we
I
are
was
just
unaware.
so stick.
Blissfully.
We'll stick around actually,
Yeah.
Kim, because right now.
Gonna get
Before
good.
we move on, I just have a very important question. You know how we're rebuilding the interior of the church
Yeah.
right now? Where are the lights we usually have on the stage?
Oh,
What do you mean?
what do you
Can
mean?
we put them behind us?
Oh.
I think some coloured light on this white background would be really nice.
I just want to point out that this house was built in 1967, and I don't think that we can.
Well, right now, forgetting all of that, I'm actually really excited because Nick is going to be running his very first
We're doing Nick's
segment.
first segment.
Intern Nick is running his own segment, so I'm not going to do anything. We're not going to do anything.
Righto.
Time for
What
coffee.
we're doing is,
Righto.
for all those watching, this was Nick's idea. This is Nick's brainchild. And so we're going to hand the reins over to him, and we are going to do, obviously, a review at the end of the show to see how he goes. All right, here we go. Handing it over to Nick for Battle of the Home Churches.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm ready.
So far, so good.
All right. So we are doing a quiz, Battle of the Home Churches. These guys are. Can I mute them? I'm going to mute them. I've got a mute button here. They are muted now, which is going to help me no end. I'm going to welcome 3 teams onto the show for Battle of the Home Churches. Introducing team number 1, Team Walsh. Team number 2, Team Korea. And team number 3, Team Timu.
Oh, hi.
A lot of teams here. Each team needs a buzzer. So, Team Walsh, what's your buzzer going to be? Any minute now.
Long to organise show.
So, silence is your
Buzzer,
team.
buzzer issue.
I said
That's a
something.
big problem.
What?
We said something.
Something. Okay, your buzzer is something. Korea, what is your buzzer?
Bazooka!
Bazooka. And Lay, what is your buzzer?
Jesus.
Jesus. Awesome.
Okay.
So we have something, a bazooka, and Jesus. Now, this game, Battle of the Home Churches, is called Wrong Answers Only. The aim of the game is first to buzz in gets to give their answer, and it needs to be a wrong answer. Any questions? Makes sense? So you need to buzz in. If you answer correctly, we'll move to the next person. All right, so ready to buzz in for round 1.
Sound effects.
What is 3 plus 3?
Something. Jesus. 10.
Team Walsh, 8. Well done. That's a win for you. So that was a bit of an easy one. Practice round to warm up.
But the eight's the wrong answer. I was thinking 6.
Hold on, 3 plus 3. Simeon's just counting on his hands. I don't know if you guys can see that. He's trying to work out if it's the wrong answer. Round number
Insulting
2.
his boss.
that's
That's another negative.
Live on the
Round number
internet.
2. What is the motto of City Point?
Something.
Bazooka.
Bazooka. I heard bazooka first. Careers, let's go.
Is this the wrong answers only?
Nope, no answer. Going to our next option. Something.
Something.
Yes.
To God be the glory.
To God be the glory. Correct. That is a wrong answer. That is not the motto of City Point Church. Well done. All right, we're moving on to round number
All a bit
3.
confused here.
What's Nick's favourite pasta?
Something.
Something.
Singing in the shower.
Definitely a wrong answer.
That was the wrong answer. To the point it made no sense. Bazooka, what was your answer? You have to answer the question at least. Bazooka.
What was the question?
Fettuccine.
No,
With mushrooms
the
and
answer's passed to
crab.
Simeon. Anyway, moving on to round number 4.
So was that the wrong answer, fettuccine? Or
So
what?
did 2 people get the wrong answer?
Yeah, fettuccine was the right answer because Pastor Simeon was the actual answer.
Okay, so
Pasta. I thought you said pastime. That changes everything.
All right, round number 4. Best place for a first date.
Something.
I heard Jesus. Lay, what was your answer?
Church.
All right, any other options? Bazooka, what was your answer? Best place for a first date?
Kebab shop.
Kebab shop.
that is actually a really good
And
one.
we'll round it out for something because I've something.
Great day. Toilet cubicle.
Oh, toilet cubicle. That's an
Toilet cubicle.
Terrible place.
What
Wow.
type of date is that?
Interesting, because I think I asked where was your actual first date. That wasn't part of the game, but that's okay. Moving right along.
good joke.
That was good.
Throw it. So that was a
Lucky
good
last
joke.
question. Winner takes all. This one's worth 19 points.
Oh.
Round, I don't know what number we're up to. Round number 7 or 6. Who is the
Something.
Prime Minister of Australia?
Something.
Bazooka.
Unbelievable. This is a joke. Your game is a
That's
joke.
just a Kanye West.
Kanye West, well done. And I think that overall, Team Timu won. Well done.
I mean, he did say wrong.
The whole game was a debacle. Anyway, well done, intern Nick.
Before we go on, sorry, just while you're all here, Luke, just over an hour ago, we saw you posted this on Instagram. Hold on, it's coming any second now.
Now, I don't have it.
I've got it. It's all right. I'll take over. Luke, we saw you posted this on Instagram.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Who did that?
Luke. Does your wife not give you enough attention? We know you're tough.
Anyway,
Because he keeps losing at games.
Oh, no, we didn't ask.
Yeah.
We're not going to ask.
but before we do say goodbye to all of you guys, how is home church going? You guys have all kind of been a part of different home churches. Leroy, you guys must be ready to start a second one soon, surely. Must be ready to multiply because you guys have got so many people coming along.
Yeah. It's been lots of fun, and we're enjoying it. Definitely thinking about the next house and growing. Been really, really good. Fellowship, hanging out, playing sports, and we've got just more people wanting to come along every week, I guess.
Brilliant, man. That's awesome. What about you guys, Walshers? How are you guys going? We miss seeing everyone all in the one place for sure. It's a great way for us to be able to kind of find out what you guys have been up to. What have you guys been up to? What are you guys doing like that's different? You know, what does your home church look like?
Pretty much we eat a bunch of pancakes and worship. You're here.
Yeah. Pretty much.
That actually sounds excellent.
It's been really good. Really good.
That actually sounds like all of our sort of home church right there is a place where we have loads of pancakes and just an ability to be able to hang out. Hey, just want to encourage you guys in what you're doing. Lay, I know you're overseeing our prayer ministry and there's so much that God is speaking to us about right now. Anything that you want to encourage everyone with before you have to disappear?
Just know that you're not alone. And know that if you have any prayer requests, please let us know because we want to partner with you.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining us. You guys are legends. Love what you guys are doing in your home churches. Keep it up, and we can't wait to hang out with you guys. Make sure you connect with these guys wherever you can. It is going great. And Lay, looking forward to scoring some of those new jumpers that you guys have that I know that we've seen on your Facebook page. So I can't wait to grab one. All right. It's time to do some wedding planning. Are you excited, bro?
I mean, it gets better every week.
You bet it does. Here we go.
Here comes your wedding planner. Here comes your wedding planner. I have the ideas that will make your wedding great. Here comes your wedding planner. Here comes your wedding planner.
Kim,
Yeah,
welcome to our
so
wedding
good to be
planning.
part of the show once again.
Are you guys excited to do some more wedding planning?
Oh, like
Yeah.
thrilled.
Yeah. Well, tonight, guess what? We have got some great ideas because we are planning your menu tonight, and we're also selecting your bridal party. We had some
Yes!
people send in some videos to be a part of your bridal party, which is going to be great. And Nick has volunteered to be your celebrant, which is going to be awesome. So
I thought
Nick
he had
is-
to audition.
Yeah, he did. He auditioned.
I won.
Sorry, I just need to do a shout out here. Kim, your parents are watching
Yes.
right now, which is
Are
great.
This is going to get awkward.
Yeah. Well,
I know they're
Hello,
paying for
parents.
yeah. Mum, Dad, hi.
Nice to meet you.
Good to have you guys joining with us for
We'll
a
have to have him on the
change.
show sometime. Get
Yeah.
some wedding and
Hey,
life advice from
And I
them.
do want to apologise on behalf of everyone who knows Scott. We don't know why Kim chose Scott.
No.
We did our best to talk her out of it. We know you guys did your best to talk
Yep.
her out of it. But
Limited options at the time.
despite all of that, she's decided to go ahead with this. So we're trying our best to make this work. All right, so here we go. We're going to do some planning. So far we know where the wedding is and we know when the wedding is. That's not true. That's you who's
On
commented
behalf
that.
of the church.
That's because you manage our social media, you muppets. All right, let's do some wedding planning. Let's get some ideas out. Do you want to start with selecting your bridal party and then we can just move straight on
Yes.
to the menu?
Okay.
Let's do that. Let's have a look at our couple of contestants that we've got. So remember, what they were doing was they were doing part of the speech that you might hear
Oh, that's right.
on your actual reception, at your reception.
Yeah.
So here we go,
Awesome.
a few people and their speeches.
What I love about Scott is that he's just a guy that comes through for you no matter what. I remember growing up with Scott when I was younger, and we were about 10 years old and we went to the disco, and all of a sudden this dance circle erupted and I found myself in the middle, and I had no moves and it was about to be really embarrassing for me, and Scott just comes in with the biggest worm of my entire life and he just starts busting move after move and saved me so much embarrassment. I'll never forget that moment, Scott. Love you, mate.
Gee, that
Wow.
was
Such a
night.
good.
That
Wow.
was such
You
a
remember
good
that?
night. I do now. Like I didn't before.
What was
his
the song
speech.
that you did the
Yeah.
dance to?
I think we all know what it was.
Oh, that's
give you.
right,
I'll give you
yeah.
a little. I'll give you a little hint. It starts like this. Hiya, Barbie. Hi, Ken. You want to go for a ride? Sure, Ken. Jump in.
I feel another jingle coming on.
maybe just an idea. Am I allowed ideas? I am the intern, but maybe that's the aisle, walk down the aisle procession song.
Oh, not bad.
You
Not
can come up
bad.
with a jingle for that.
Or
Alright.
what about if Scott has to do a worm down the
Yeah.
aisle? Yeah, Kim, you like that?
I
Let's
like
lock
it.
that
Do
in,
it.
Scott. You are
Yeah.
now doing a worm, down the aisle to relive that moment
Yeah.
when you were 10 years
That
old
was
and
good.
you saved your best
Jeez,
man.
that was cool.
Unless that wasn't exactly your best man. All right.
Let's go to
What's
option
next?
number 2.
Oh, another best man option.
Oh.
Okay.
Ever since I've met Scott, he's been a real long-term goal setter. So long-term, he hasn't actually, I think, ever really finished anything, but that will pay dividends for Kim, because if she wants to see something to the end, she'll be the one to take it there. And if she doesn't, it's okay.
Best woman.
No, best man. No one wants to
she's
be
going
your
for best man.
bridesmaid. Kim, no one wants to be your bridesmaid.
sorry.
Everyone so far is
Sorry.
applying to be the best man. But
Luke's
Kim,
application was for the bridesmaid.
no. If Kim, listen to me, Kim. If no one applies to be the bridesmaid, I will step in and save you, and I will be your bridesmaid.
That's what they say about you. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Here's number 3.
To the happy couple, Scott and Kim, congratulations. I hope you have the best night ever on your wedding night. Scott, you've got a new best mate, and I just pray for patience for you, Kim, because he's a bit to handle sometimes, but I know you've got it in you, so bless you both. Have a great night.
Wow.
She's straddling the line. Was she applying for both?
I don't
best
know.
man
I don't
and
know.
Yeah,
bridesmaid?
who was that for?
I don't know. All right, well, let's have a vote. Okay, do any of those interest either of you guys to be in your bridal party? How about we start with ladies first?
Okay.
Kim, you get to choose who you would like to be Scott's best man out of those 3 videos.
So who's applying for what in those videos?
It doesn't
it's
really
all-
matter.
That's not
It
really
doesn't-
relevant
confusing.
detail.
It doesn't really matter.
No, and
They
Scott's
actually,
muted. Off we
like,
go.
I don't want you to feel bad, Kim, but they all applied to be Scott's best man. I don't want you to feel like this is a reflection on you.
Me? It
I
sounded
know.
like Yazzie was applying as bridesmaid.
Well, I feel like Yazzie was hedging her bets both
Yeah.
ways, to be honest with
She
you.
was like, I'll do it.
It
Yeah.
sounded a lot like that, didn't it?
All right, so Kim, who is Scott's best man?
I'm choosing Luke.
Oh,
That's good, it's great.
congratulations,
Well done,
Luke.
I think
You
that was the
are
right.
Yeah.
Scotty's best man.
Easily best
Absolutely.
And
decision.
now,
Right
Scott,
choice.
you get to choose Kim's bridesmaid. Remember, no one actually applied, but I am throwing my hat in there to be Kim's bridesmaid.
Well, and seeing you're throwing your hat in, Courtney's putting her hat in the ring
no,
too.
she's not.
yes.
You shut up, Courtney. You stay out of this.
Yeah, no, it happened. It's on the screen now.
Oh, no.
Zuckerberg's
I
got that
choose
for life.
Courtney.
It's not your choice.
It's not your choice.
Scott's choice.
This is literally what wedding planning is like. I'll choose yours and mine.
Kim, does your mum want to chip in? Isn't that the mother of the bride's job to chip in?
Okay, so
she can.
okay,
Come
we
on,
are getting an
mother.
insight into what the wedding planning
Yeah,
is
this is-
like.
And the marriage.
No, I'm going to throw a grenade
Sometimes
at
I
this.
know
I'm going to
better.
say it should be Yaz.
Wow. All right.
Wow.
Yaz is there. No dramas. I'm not hurt. I'm not upset. But remember, I am choosing your outfits next week live on the show.
Wow.
And this is one of those ones that you don't actually get a choice in anymore because you guys failed miserably at your quiz. Remember your relationship quiz?
Yeah.
And that you guys then that surrendered choices to me.
Yeah,
You have surrendered your outfit choice over to me. And I am choosing
we're
that
still on
next
air.
week.
It's 8:03.
Hey guys, guess what? It's time
Wow.
to choose your menu.
Your menu.
So Nick and I have both come up with menu options. Nick, do you want to present yours first, and then I'll present
this'll be
mine, and
good.
then
You
you guys get to decide which menu you want to choose. All right,
Nick's
go
a man
ahead.
that knows how to cook.
Go ahead, Nick. Now, whoever chooses the menu has to organise everything for you guys as well. So just bear that in mind.
Brilliant.
Okay.
All right. Drum roll.
Oh, okay, cool.
Trying to build suspense because
Yeah.
the menu's pretty average.
Here we go.
No, you're not co-ministers, America. You were too late to the party and you didn't submit a video. It doesn't count.
We might let them. We can figure out a role for them though.
They'll have a roll.
This
Well,
is
go.
Kim's parents commenting. So I
Welcome.
think
Welcome.
we have approval.
Thank you for joining. Oops. press
All
the
right. Okay. Can we
right.
just get on with the menu?
The menu. Building some suspense. Scott
We are
and
in good
Kim.
suspense.
Shh, I'm talking. Scott and Kim. I've gone with a themed approach.
Okay. If it's tacos again.
No. Okay, on arrival, you will receive a Manhattan mocktail to welcome you in.
He's gone with the same theme as me. You jerk. Yeah.
And then
Once again, planning has
I'm so glad I'm going.
absolutely
I've got it written down here. I wrote it independently.
mothered this show.
Come on, hurry up.
All right, entree. Your entree is a slice of a New York slice. Your main is a New York strip steak. And your dessert is cookie dough with a beautiful coulis.
Hey, can I ask you, Nick, reading that off your phone, when did you plan this?
I planned this earlier this week when
You're
when we
such
had
a
our
liar.
planning
You are such a liar.
No, Tuesday.
All right.
Tuesday. I sat
Can
down
I
and
just
thought through it.
say, here we go. I hope my camera can pick this up. Can you just see what I've done here?
Stop
Oh,
it.
wow.
A New York
I know
skyline.
that New York, you guys were planning
Wow.
to go there for your wedding. And although you guys couldn't go to New York, I thought, what about if we bring New York to you guys? So, Scott and Kim, By the way, can you see what's written on there, Kim?
Where
For
did
the
you
first
get the
time?
image from? Where's the image from?
Can you see what's
Scott
written there?
and Kim McDonald menu.
Where's the image?
That's Scott and Kim McDonald.
You didn't capitalize the
Yay!
Yeah,
I know.
Really
I know.
frustrating.
Okay,
Where's
so
the menu from? Where's
the menu. I
image
made the menu up.
He
I
drew
drew it
that.
myself.
He drew it.
All right.
You've seen his
Isovita logo. He drew it.
Appetizers.
Here we
Of
go.
course. You ready for this? Pretzels.
Yeah.
Is there anything more New York than
Pretzels?
pretzels?
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah, little pretzels,
They're
little
German.
pretzels going around. They're from New York. New York pretzels. That's pretty famous New York food right
Kim,
there.
we talked about
I think you
this-
need to go to New
we
York and
talked
check
about
what sort of
this.
pretzel.
New York is a hot pot of all cultures.
All right.
True.
Next,
But
nothing says New York like hot dogs. For your entree,
Correct.
hot dogs. Right?
Yep.
Now, for your main, I've gone with 2 options because all weddings have good 2 options coming around. So one option, pretty famous for, again, it's an Italian New York classic, spaghetti and meatballs
Yeah.
and New York style pizza.
Yeah.
So they're your 2 options right there. And then just,
It
of
looks like
course,
Dessert?
is already offering
Course.
as well. He wants
Dessert
to go
is
off Domino's New York.
New York cheesecake for dessert as well.
Yeah. You know
Um,
what? An interesting story before we
By the
move
way,
on.
well presented menu because I actually spent some time prepping and planning this versus Nick doing this 4 minutes before the show went live.
I didn't do it 4
on his
minutes
phone.
before. I did it in a digital medium because I know how modern you guys are.
Yeah, that's appreciated.
Social
Guys,
media and
digital
things.
medium or
Moving along.
You know what? There's a lot to say here, but
Can Kim's parents choose? Seeing that
Oh, great
other
idea.
Kim's
I just-
parents, could you
yeah, it's
comment?
it'll take about a
Simeon's
minute.
menu or Nick's menu?
It'll take about a minute to come through
Kim, do
because
you need
of
to
the delay.
teach them how to use the phone? No, they were.
All right, so
I just want to say there's one disappointment in this because obviously
One.
they've both gone with the New York situation. It was actually only a few months ago that Simeon and I were talking about a food that was actually invented in upstate New York that I know both Simeon and I love. And he hasn't actually touched on the fact that the world's greatest food, the buffalo wing, was invented in upstate New York. And I think that's the appropriate appetizer. It's a bit disappointing.
well, I could add it to the menu if you wanted buffalo wings. Yeah, we could.
Can't
look at
add
something
things
like
in at the end.
I'm negotiating with the clients. So, which menu are you guys? Would you guys like to choose?
It's really hard. Are you choosing Scott?
No, I don't have a say.
Oh, you haven't
which
listened to the
menu,
marriage
Kim?
counselling.
Which menu would you like to choose, Kim?
Oh, well, yours was prettier, except Nick's food sounded better.
Okay.
But just remember
Okay.
who's probably going to do the cooking.
Yeah.
So
Oh, true. Good point. Okay, in that case, I choose Simeon's.
Oh, yes! Fantastic. Now, how many guests do you guys think that you guys will have at this wedding? By the way,
Well, isn't that really up to you?
great because it's
Yeah.
$45 a head. Obviously, this menu.
pay your own way.
I'm not sure
Yeah.
how we're going to deal with payment, but $45
Kim,
a
your
head.
parents still there? Could you just send through their credit card details with the little number on the back?
Oh, sorry, I forgot you guys are friends. Although Scott said I wasn't the smartest of his friends, I'll still.
No, he just said you weren't smart.
I'm still going to offer you guys a discount of a friend's discount, which will bring it down to $40 a head.
Yeah.
I'm anticipating that we're going
Plus
to have
the
what?
tip. Because it's a New York menu, you got a
Obviously,
tip.
yeah.
So
Now,
60.
is the food being prepared on site?
It's happening at your house.
Because that's extra. Because that is extra. An extra $10 a head.
Yeah.
So that brings us up to, but I'll half that. I'll give you a 50% discount on that. So we're at $45 a head with a mate's discount.
I'd like
and
to
we're
change back to
expecting
Nick's
20
menu
people.
in that
No,
case.
it's too late now.
$60 a head,
We've
so-
already verbally agreed to it. So we're sitting at a little mild fee of $900. Listen, we'll
Hey,
work.
Mecca, do you want to do the catering for free? Maybe that's your input. You won't have to do a video.
Nope, let's not do that. Let's just agree that you guys owe me $900.
Nick, you need to spend
All right.
more. Have more input in the
before
show.
we-
One
Are
idea.
we agreed? Nick, do you think that $900 is reasonable? Like, I'm not being unreasonable here. Like, you think of a wedding. What wedding does a cheaper rate than
No,
$40 per head?
Well, not only that, but that's $900 a head now because you've got the COVID safe restrictions to
Of
budget
course.
for, and a face mask each is going to be at least $900
and
bucks
because
a
we're
person by
mates,
then.
I
It's a
brought it
bargain.
down. I think it's a bargain.
Bargain.
It's a bargain.
Yeah. All right,
Are we
done.
all in agreement? So we'll work out the details of payment, but it is going to be. We agreed that we plan your wedding. You can't just back out. What did you think your wedding was going to be free? What wedding
Yeah.
is free?
100%.
I'm not planning a free wedding. My
Why
time is
not?
worth. I've got
Where are you
kids to
going?
put through uni.
Oh, sorry. Are we still doing this?
Yeah, $900.
Right. Oh, sorry.
Well, we're going to work out payment
Yeah.
details for next
before we
week.
move
I'm
on-
glad your parents are
before
around,
we
Kim,
move
because they
on-
can help pay for some
Before
of
we
these.
move
I've been
on,
scammed.
there is only one thing, and I mean this really genuinely. There's only one thing that I'm a hipster and a snob about, and it's New York. Emeka, your inability to choose a good place
Yeah.
to get buffalo wings from in New York is not New York's fault, mate. You need to take responsibility
I think
for
you're
yourself on that one.
I think you're personally racist against Africa, but that's neither here nor there. Well, he said that the best wings are in Africa, and you're like, no, mate.
no, he didn't.
No, mate. He
He's-
did.
he's
He pretty
saying
much
that
did.
wings were
He pretty much
invented.
did.
He literally said African wings are better.
No, he said African wings were invented in Africa.
Yeah.
What's that got to do with
Not the country.
Yeah, buffalo-
Africa's not a country, Emeka.
Wait,
what?
what?
None of that comment makes sense.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
it's very clear.
You're the one who's like going at him,
Wow.
Mecca. I'm just trying to defend some
All
poor
right.
guy
Let's
who's
go
part
on
of our
to the
show.
It's nearly 8:15, which is past to Simo's
my
bedtime. But great show.
Kim, you're up to number 5 in my estimations on the show.
But you guys only $900.
Yeah. Yeah. 6 and 7 are obviously Simo and Scott.
All right, we're wrapping this thing up. Remember, it's on
But seriously, who's paying me?
on Friday, Pastor Simo's next message
Yeah.
is out. You're going to find it across all the social medias. And, of course, on Sunday, home church happening in locations right across the beautiful Ipswich and Brisbane city area. I think that's a really key thing. I know that we've really made sure that everybody's in a home church, but people can reach out to the City Point Ipswich Facebook page if you are saying, hey, I want to be part of what's going on, but I don't have a place to fit in. Reach out. We'd love to say hi because there are home churches happening everywhere. What comment do you want to put on the screen? We're trying to wrap up.
We're wrapping up. Go. Just keep wrapping up.
We're wrapping up the show.
Yeah.
Put the stupid comment on the screen. Hurry up.
I just want my money.
Okay. Emeka, mate, one day we'll go to New York together and it'll be both romantic and uncomfortable.
But for real, guys,